Welcome everybody to the powwow for season 3 of Aquadac. We are joined here with Corellia, Space Wrangler Joe, and Hombre Solar. We just completed our 12-week season, and the theme of this season was synergy. At least I and Corellia feel like we both got a little sidetracked, so this is a little bit also of a reflection about what we can do better moving forward. So we're going to get started with roundtable reflections, and we're going to look at what our kind of goals are. Hopefully you were able to dig out that document. If not, we can do it by memory. And then once we're done that, we're going to offer each person the opportunity to have a synergy question. And that's where we sort of share our desire for some synergy with another person in the group that we haven't really expressed fully. So hopefully some of these things will manifest in the future. And also I want to say, with these cycles, it's the perfect moment to really pause and to change direction. So in order to pause, we have to accept where we're at, and we have to really come to a stop. So as we're looking at our goals for this season, let's think about, okay, if I were to start with 0 and go again, what is most important, and what do I want to carry forward into this next cycle? Because we are also at the solstice, so the energy has been going this way, and now it's a complete stop as opposed to the equinox of last season, and then it's going to come back. So it really is that opportunity to reflect. Then we will have a little discussion about what we can do better here, how we can make it more beneficial, how we can remember our goals from week to week, and make next season even better. I'm happy to go first, but if anyone else would like to go first, now is the time. Any volunteers? I dug up my goals and I realized that I haven't looked at these goals in a long time. So that's something I think that we should carry forward, is to actually look at our goals. But my goals for season 3 were to focus on Aquarius.Academy and create a sustainable education business that changes people's lives, brings them together, unlocks hidden potential, and paves new path forwards towards a culture that serves the planet and the people here. That's a pretty big goal. So in order to quantify that, I wanted to have a solid curriculum. I wanted to have the membership program and an effective funnel. Basically, I didn't do very much of that. I'm very grateful for everyone here to be a part of Aquadac. I feel like this is the one regular thing that keeps bringing people together and is getting, improving so that this model or whoever spins off it can benefit a lot of people. As far as the curriculum, I did do some putting things on Gumroad, and I will share my screen real quick to show you all where I am at. So basically I've been setting up this shop, Aquarius.Academy. I made these images with AI. One thing that I sort of think I failed so far is I haven't gone back and made better images, because these are just AI images, and I do want to layer fractals in like I did on the intro to Chi one. I started to make better thumbnails, and I made the Aquadac one with a GIF, so it says weekly gathering. But yeah, so that's as far as I got on this goal. I still need to set up the onboarding. I still need to think about how we can benefit people to make these freebies something that solves somebody's problem and then gets them interested, so we have a communication and a dialogue. I'm also working on how to, present Aquarius.Academy to people, especially here in such a spiritual place. I'm sometimes reserved, and I don't want to be like, oh, this is the 7-Eleven model, this is this, and this is this. because I don't think that that's very healthy. But at the same time, I want to, when people are interested, I want to be sure that I do follow up with that information. So I want to get better at doing it in a way that I put out something that's almost like a test of interest or like an alignment check. So then I can, only share the information with the people who it would really benefit, only share it with the people who would ask. But at the same time, I need to get over this feeling of I have this feeling of not wanting to interfere with somebody's beliefs, but at the same time, like, I need to make it very readily available whenever it is what they desire to learn. So, and then so the last thing is is to try to make the funnel, which is related to these other two things. I've been working a lot on NFT stuff. Been working a lot on coding, smart contracts. So I'm hoping that becomes a part of that funnel as well. So that was probably more than my time. Looking forward, I do want to carry forward with these goals, and I also want to take the time to pause. And I think the most important thing going forward for me is to write out what is our why. Why do we exist? And really nail that down so that people understand like the purpose that we serve, instead of focusing on the what, which is like, oh, we teach this model, we have Aquadac and these other things. So I think that that's going to help. And that's all I got. I apologize if I went a little bit long. Any volunteers to go next? Or else I will pick Corellia.
Okay. Well, as a recap, my goal was to facilitate sessions, one-to-one sessions, and in real life or physical life, as well as through online. So the goal for this was to share and guide some people to use certain tools that have been working for me and integrate sort of elements that I feel that some archetypes of people may find useful. For example, the connection with nature, the art therapy, and other in meditation or breath work, and all these different elements and tools that people can actually integrate and use them. So I've been, as I said before, I've been slacking on that in a way that I haven't got any one-to-one session for a while. I meant to do it here with a friend that I'm staying with, but a lot of plans sort of changed because I also have this other plan to go to Madrid and sort of have some connections in there, but at the end I can find new places to stay, so I just rather stay here and then go to my next destination soon. So yeah, there is a lot of different stuff that I feel I could have done better. And let me read the roundtable reflections. Synergy question: how do you want to synergize with others in Aquadac in the future? It's okay if I answer these questions, or what was the structure for my? Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna do that next. I think was the idea.
Later. Okay.
So, but yeah, so this is just a reflection about your goals, and then you can also, you can think about what you want to, I guess, take forward as a final thing.
Yeah, it's so I sort of, I guess, instead of doing and focusing what I was focusing my energy on, if I wasn't doing that, it's like I've been doing a lot of in the past few months. yeah, I think that I guess for the last 3 months, I've been doing a lot of volunteer work. So I've been here and there in many places, and that sort of, I mean, it's very beneficial for me in a way that I can have that, I don't know, much more a bigger perspective of what of of how I am presenting myself, or how I'm sharing myself, not only as as an instructor, but also as a person, as a human being, where I present myself in different families, in different cultures, and also in a way I'm sharing also as well what the the end result of the spiritual practice, that I guess um, many people that are in this sort of um, I don't know, world, they do. So for me, it's been very beneficial, because I have seen myself, and I put myself in many situations where I I kind of I kind of did my best, and then learn to mainly uh, relearn about how to manage my emotional energy, and how to deal with these up and down changes of hormones, and a lot of different things that I'm starting to identify a little bit more often by journaling, by doing this and that. So, and also being around kids from different ages, I think also has brought to me a lot of knowledge as well. And yeah, so it's even though I wasn't actually doing what my goal was, I think I got a lot of benefit as well in many of these things that I have been doing. And yeah, so I feel very grateful for that. I don't regret anything at all. But what I do want to bring forward now is, I think this past year has been a lot of about I would say, like, giving. I mean, I have got some return, but more ethereal, I guess. But now I think I'm focusing more about, now I'm giving, but also the fact that I need to receive as well, and bringing some more prosperity in my life and abundance, so I can afford to buy a new laptop, and also do a lot of many things I could be doing more effectively if I have a computer. So yeah, that's another thing. And I guess that's a good goal for me, perhaps, to be able to afford to buy my computer. But yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna bring forward for now. Thank you. And I'm gonna choose Space Ranger Joe.
All right. Oh man. So, um, remind me again how I'm supposed to answer this.
So this is your like self-assessment of how you did. I'll read it. It says, so like, what did you want to do this season? And oh, we got a dancing Joy, but you're still on.
All right.
You could say hi to Dan.
Nice. So what were my goals this season, and how did I see it come to fruition, or did I think it did well, basically, right?
Yeah. And then you can do like what you want to, I guess, bring forward as well as like the final thought.
When you say bring forward, what do you mean by that? I'm sorry.
So that would be like, so we're going from we're crossing the solstice. So as I said, it's a chance to find stillness as the sun does, but then propel forward with what you want to have, what you still want to carry forward, that the goals you didn't meet, kind of, but you still want to focus on.
Okay, great. So Yeah, for me, I've been trying to find synergy in these things that I was in. And that was kind of the goal here. So that was the thought for me, is kind of how to connect these things. And I think I did an okay job. I think I did an okay job with connecting a lot of things from different groups that I'm in with things that I already am doing or like to do, and finding a way to make them work together. For instance, I am, get involved with this governance stuff, and already, I'm super involved with art stuff, and I'm trying to develop my video editing skills to get better. And so I've been able to kind of combine these in a lot of different venues that I'm in, with whether it be alien worlds, whether it be the upland aliens. I entered that hackathon thing. I contributed what I normally do, but kind of stepped out of my comfort zone on that stuff. It's interesting, the whole solstice thing. It's like in a kind of a slowdown right now, because I'm kind of in a planning phase and a decision-making phase with that. And we're looking at working with a developer and trying to get something built between the two, now that we've kind of formulated a plan. And so that's obviously more specific to that. But yeah, I've been continuing with the AI stuff, and then brought it into the different worlds. I'm trying to do public good. I've been influenced by these groups quite a bit. So I had a really hard time creating a multi-sig wallet with the old tutorials, because the old tutorials use like Scatter Wallet, which doesn't even exist anymore. And, the best one was written 4 years ago. And that was before Wax Blocks was even a thing. And so there's just been so much changes, and it was a real stumbling block for me. And so I decided, hey, I'm going to make something so that anyone can do this again now, 4 years later, right? I'm not really looking to get paid to do it, blah, blah, blah. It took me a while, and I put a lot of effort into it. So I'm trying to do that kind of like public good thing. So I'm doing that. I'm doing AI workshop through the alien world stuff. I'm doing an MSIG workshop. So any of these groups, anybody who wants to make one, I'm going to sit there for an hour and be like, hey, you want to make one? You need one? You can do it on your own. I can show you how for the future, blah, blah, blah. So I'm doing that on, I want to say December 17th. So this Sunday, I believe. All have kind of interconnected. So I think I've done a pretty decent job. And now I just need to figure out how to monetize that better, because it's been getting me a little bit here and there, and it's been paying some bills, but it's definitely not very lucrative, any of this right now. So I think like now's the time for me to kind of focus on, okay, how can you monetize some of this stuff? Or should you monetize this? Should you look for something else? How can you do that? So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And yeah, so that's, I guess, what I'm looking at moving forward, is how to well, you're in a little hippie town, how to manifest more green energy. There you go. All right, so I guess if somebody wants to give the intro to Dan, I know you did a great job for me. That was very helpful. I appreciate it, Douglas. I don't know if you heard that, Dan, but yeah, if you want to go.
And very warm welcome to Dan. Thank you for showing up.
Thank you very much. Sorry I was late, but glad to hear from Joe. I think I heard most of what Gusula said beforehand. And by the way, Joe, I'm glad you finally got the MSIG stuff figured out, and that's cool to hear you're giving a course on stuff like that. So nice to see the progress. Shall I go now and share the stuff that I've been? It's basically like desires and manifestations for this season. Is like the prompt basically the question, or?
I did write that, but it's also like, it's like, what were your desires and what did you actually manifest? And then the final part, which I just added during the meeting, is like, what do you want to carry forward? So, if that makes sense.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. Thank you. Also nice to see you, Corellia, too. Hope that you're doing well, Embrace Solar. So thanks again for recording these good as well, too. I think these are a great resource to go back and listen to and hear from everybody even when people can't make it, and hosting them as always. So, well, where did I start? I see Joe's putting up some incredible art in there, so that looks super cool. A fox with like a fractal pattern in there. There's a lot going on with AI in general, so it's wild to be in this world as it's happening. And I suppose desires at the beginning of the season, I was talking a lot about. I don't know if I have like a specific. I don't know if I ever actually said it here, but because I remember in the beginning of the season, Gusel, you were asking me like pick one thing to focus on, and I wound up picking the optimistics on there, but I'm not sure. I think I missed a meeting and I forgot to mention it. But I focused a lot on building optimistics, which is this new team and business that I formed with Rosemary and Jadas and Vlad. Also, Rosemary said she wasn't feeling well, so maybe that's why she's not here right now. I spoke with her a little while ago, but yeah, I focus on that a lot this season, and also Optimism Fractal, the whole optimism ecosystem, as a way to grow a community and build what I'm doing with like building these games and shows and helping people cooperate, accomplishing a lot of the goals there, starting out in Fractals. So I focus on that a lot this season, along with checking in at Aquadac each week and also talking about all the different topics like exploring faith and pivoting and all these really interesting things to discuss and hear about to kind of like guide the journey a little bit and help just like put it in perspective a little bit each week. But at the other times, other than Aquadac, I was mostly focusing on working on optimistics as well as also just other things and growing in general and growing relationships and stuff like that. But a lot of the focus was on that work. As Joe said, also like to build an income and like more financial independence, and then build a lot of the things I've been aiming to build. That's manifested pretty well. Like it's been really exciting how it's come together over the past few months, and I'm really proud of what we've done. And we did qualify for Retro PGF, which was like the biggest funding thing. Thanks. So that was like this really big opportunity that we were going for, and we weren't sure if we were going to get it up until like a couple of days up until it, or until like the last day or two. But then we got it, and we actually got well over. There was 32 people who voted for us. We needed 17. So yeah, we don't know how much. Thank you. We don't know how much funding we'll get yet, but it seems like it'll be a pretty good amount. And there's a lot more opportunities in the ecosystem that we're working in. And also now there's all sorts of other ecosystems and relationships and stuff that we're finding. So overall, that's a big desire that I had. And it's working out really well. It's manifested well, and it's been really fun and exciting. And I want to carry that forward for sure. I want to see what the next steps there are. Meeting a lot of cool people and seeing lots of exciting collaborations. Thanks, by the way, Gudasol, very much for joining a bunch of Optimism Fractal meetings lately and participating and helping to share your guidance, as well as Space Ranger Joe as well. And yeah, meeting a lot of awesome people. So I want to carry that forward and keep doing it, as well as this idea of helping people with games too, and like these new kinds of games. I was thinking about some new games with the in.Fractal lately, and I have some exciting ideas that I'm excited to explore the possibilities, how we can better cooperate. And I've been reading, or I've been listening to some audiobooks and stuff about game design and about how people can coordinate better with better game design. So yeah, I'm interested to explore the potential of how to like build better tools and find better ways for people to cooperate. Play a lot more music too, as I always say, as I often say. I have been playing more music over the past week or two. I finally taken a bit of time off after like a crazy work schedule, and then continuing to work on building the business and building relationships with people who are doing amazing things in our community, and excited for next season of Aquadac as well.
Thank you, Dan. And just because you don't know this, Hombre Solar is last, so you don't get to pick.
I think Hombre Solar. It was my choice. No, I'm just joking.
Alejandro.
Sorry, my microphone wasn't yet. Sorry for that. Well, about my goal was all the things with the concerts, all those projects with Inner Groove, and yeah, like on the tours and things like that. Well, at the end, everything was good. We made sold out in Medellin and in Bogota. A lot of people went to our concert, and I can't complain. It was a beautiful experience. We make a session with all the artists that were in the concert in Bogota, and well, that was fucking amazing. We're going to release that next year. I think that's going to impulse and give us like a lot of growth for the project. In terms of financial situation, it was kind of tough because everyone was paid like really good, and yeah, but at the end, like the one that worked more in the concert, that was me. I couldn't pay me like good, at least like good to survive. So that generate like a lot of reflections and emotional things and things like that. Of course, I was kind of disconnect somehow with the meetings and some of the meetings that you did. I wasn't there. But the meetings that I assist helped me a lot, especially like as an emotional support, as a reason to believe. And at the end, everything was beautiful. Everything was perfect. People still texting us and saying like, thank you. I don't know, a lot of good messages, like in emotional and spiritual and mental terms. Everything was beautiful, but in the financial situation was tough. I'm just rethinking a lot of things. Now I'm fragile, really fragile about my health situation. So I don't know. I'm thinking to stop making music, and not to stop, to make like record some things with band, record some things with my project, and then stop, and then have like music to release. But it's not like how do you say retirarse, retirement? I think, yeah, it's not like that. But it's like I think that I need like a pause, and yeah, a moment to recover my health. So yeah, I think that I'm going to stop. Well, that's what I'm saying now, and then probably like in 1 month I'll be with hundreds and thousands of projects. But yeah, I really want to stop, and I think that I'm going to dedicate to other things, to save money, recover myself, be more in silence, be like stillness. I don't know, something like that. So that's like my overall view of everything. And I think that, yeah, more than synergy in terms of how to do like the logistics and things like that, for me was more like kind of emotional, spiritual support when I was so stressed, or when I was like concerned about other things. So no, I just want to say thank you. And yeah, that's like the overall situation.
Well, but certainly all of us hope that you feel better and get better. And yeah, like it's definitely a time to pause and reflect. Anyone would like to share thoughts, share feedback quickly on anyone's goals, and then we'll go to the next. Okay, well, I'll share some quick feedback. Dan, I'm super proud of what you're doing, and the progress, and I'm really grateful because I've been, counting alongside of you when I show up at the meeting, and you had 11 and then 16 out of 17. So very, very great, happy to you, and happy to see that success, and wishing you more success going forward. Space Wrangler, yeah, there's a lot of good in public goods, and I'm really grateful to hear that you want to share what you've learned with the multi-sig. I think it definitely could help a lot of people. And Corellia, so the next section is synergy, and I would love to synergize with you and with Aquarius.Academy to move forward on those goals. Any other feedback, or we'll go ahead and we'll do the synergy next. The room is open. Okay. All right, so we're going to move on. Go ahead, Dan.
I'll just say real quick that to Ombre, that I really do enjoy your music, and I hope that you'll have time to rest, and also I'll get everything in order as far as like work and money and everything like that, so that at some point you'll be back to playing great music again. And I look forward to hearing it whenever you're ready. But also hope that you'll be able to just get everything you need for yourself in the meantime. And happy to support you in that. And good to hear from you as always.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate your words. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I also wanted to say that that I do resonate with that matter related to the emotional sort of support in these meetings. I think it's there's been times we definitely it's been really helpful. and I hope I'm listener that you get better again, and so if you already have the intention of taking up something like that, I feel that you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it in a pause. I guess your own way, the pause that you, not the specific concept of what is a pause, but what is pause for you in reality. What does it mean for you? And I think you deep down know what it means. And I hope you get to connect with that feeling, and that helps you towards taking to your next week decisions. I think that's important. So I'm sending you a lot of love, and if you anytime you need to talk, you want to talk to someone or something, reach out to me. I feel like I can be a good ear. That's it.
It was
I can hear you.
Is it my connection or Carelia's connection? I don't know. Sorry, Carelia. I was so emotional, and then my Wi-Fi just just stopped. I don't know. I was like almost crying, like, oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I lost you. Sorry for that. I was like in the part that you said, like, if you need to talk with someone, yeah.
I think we lost him again, right?
No, I think he was just
Or is me?
asking for like the end of what you said.
Oh,
Um,
the last part. Sorry, my thing also got cut off, so I sort of half listened. The last part was that I think that I hope that you find like like your own sense of peace in yourself, that it can help you to take your next move. And if they have to be big decisions, to come from that place when you are really in peace, and then in after you have come across a whole wave of situations. And I think experiencing the good and the bad also is important to take bigger decisions right after. So, and at the end I just said like an invitation of if you anytime you want to talk with somebody, and it's just reach out to me, send me a message or something, like you have in WhatsApp, and I'll be happy
for sure.
to
Thank you.
listen to you. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, as I said, like for me, this is more like emotional support.
Yeah.
Something else, like so.
Definitely.
Really, thank you, and yeah, I'll let you know. But in this moment, I feel that I'm more like a turtle that gets like, I don't know how do you say caparazon? Like gets high in the caparazon. Like I'm kind of trying to recovery, like like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say caparazon, but you got me.
Shell. I think.
yeah.
Shell. Thank you for that. I'm feeling like that, like a turtle, but it's like in a shell, like just recovering. But yeah.
Okay. So this is a great lead into the synergy question. So we started this meeting this season with the intention to synergize in different parts of our lives and also with each other. So I don't want to put anybody on the spot too much, but I want us to just throw out our desires, and it's not really about having the other person confirm anything. It's just about sharing like how you would like to connect in the future, and then we can carry on these discussions, elsewhere, in private messages and things like that, because we do have limited time, and it could really open up a portal. So I'll be happy to go first, and share like some ideas of how I'd like to synchronize and continue with you all going forward. Corellia, I would absolutely love to share your teachings through Aquarius Academy, share a freebie specifically, and that freebie could link to, it could either be something from your Gumroad that I share with our audience, and then they also get like some extra free thing for that. But I would absolutely love to do that with you. Space Wrangler, I'm definitely open to jump on a call and talk about stuff. Of course, I'm really busy, so I'm hesitant to synchronize about like actually building anything until I build the infinitely long list of things that I'm building right now. But yeah, so I'm definitely open to that. Dan, I've been thinking about this for a really long time of how to synchronize with you guys with Tetra, and I know that I haven't really expressed that desire fully to you. And part of that is because I know that you're just doing so many other things, and I think you're doing great. And I don't think I have enough ready to present to you. But I would love to have not just you, but the whole team that you work with be a part of Tetra, in some way, whether that's being on the team, whether that's getting a grant from us to build something, or any sort of combination of how we can sort of synergize. I really want to express that desire and keep that communication line open. Hombre Solar, we have so many we have so many things to collaborate that I'm not even going to mention most of them, but specifically new things that I haven't probably communicated much. I know that you just said you're taking a break from music, but I would love to make a song together in Spanish where I'm rapping in Spanish as well, or you can rap in English and we can just be like the yin yang. But yeah, I really want to do that, and I really want to, of course, all the other things. I'm not even going to open that rabbit hole, but so that's what I got. And again, like this is just to share the desire so that we all know, and then we can connect later. So the next person, I will pick Corellia again. You're muted. Corellia, you're muted. Oh, I'm muted too. I was telling Corellia you're muted, but I was also muted.
Okay. No. Yeah, what I was saying is that yeah, I hear you about the freebie, and I already have actually a freebie that I was preparing a few days ago because I already have it ready, but I need to promote it. So I was gonna I sort of started, but then so I'll be happy to share it with you, see what you think, and then I think you're gonna find it very very useful. So yeah, I would definitely like to collaborate with you like that in that way. And with Space Wrangler Joe, and I guess Dan and Umbrella Solar, I don't know if we have many of similar things, but I'm definitely open to sort of do, I don't know, a meditation session or something that you guys maybe, I don't know, you want to connect with certain aspects of yourself that maybe you find difficult, or and maybe I can help you towards a meditation state to be able to figure out what is the state of what is the yourself, what is that part of yourself that maybe it's sort of stopping you or limiting a bit before, and then perhaps maybe a limiting belief session where we sort of sit together and talk about we come with a way of recognizing what limitations or conditioning beliefs you have that we can help you to transform, because I really have a cool session that I already designed before for one of my classes. And I think it's really useful. I have done it myself, and it has worked greatly. So, if you have recognized yourself certain conditioning beliefs or limiting beliefs, I use that again, and you want to work with that, or maybe you have another thing that you would like to connect with meditation or something specific, I definitely can do it with you guys, and yeah, maybe with them, I don't know, it's maybe another sort of. And we can sort of exchange in a way that you definitely know more about, I don't know, organizing certain aspects of emotion that you yourself, I think, is doing a pretty good job in the online world, the online side that I maybe would be nurtured from. So I think that would be really helpful for me. And I don't know, same with the Space Wrangler, I think that many times that he's been, that you have been expressing, your opinion in many aspects of that or topics that we talked before in the other meetings. I think I have resonated with a lot of stuff. So I think the fact of getting your feedback in this session that you do, and it's going to be really helpful. And maybe a little bit of, you can actually mentor me in a certain aspect that I can find useful. And same with Umbrella Salad, I think he's the king of real life connection sort of thing. So I think Alejandro, you can definitely bring myself, help me to get myself into to a way that I can see things more clearly when connecting with people in real life and in the physical world. So yeah, I think those are the skills that I find in you guys very valuable. And yeah, so you know what perhaps I can offer, and I'll be happy to do so. I guess I did the same order is Space Wrangler Joe.
All right, thanks. You know, after listening to you right now, it's funny. I tend to, you know, it sounds dumb now that I'm saying it too, but it's like I tend to think like that I've got it together spiritually, right? And I most definitely don't, I'm sure. And of all the things that I probably should focus on too. I mean, that's a huge thing. And so, I think that's really awesome that Douglas is offering to send his group your thing to introduce you to the group. So I think I'm going to try both, right? Because I don't think I'm on Douglas's dumb road, which is ridiculous. And I haven't tried any of your workshops, which is or any of your Gumroad stuff, which is dumb too. So I'm going to do both. So if you wouldn't mind putting the link to your Gumroad in the thing, Douglas, I should have it already. Thank you very much. Oh, that's the thing right there. And I know I've been on it, but okay. And then as far as the other people in the group, I think I've done a pretty good job, trying to be supportive and working with other people. Dan's kind of makes it easy because, with Dan, he's got multiple meetings going on and different things. So if you can show up to a meeting and contribute, then it's like, you're kind of working with Dan and helping Dan's forward momentum, etc. So that one's been fairly easy. Thank you for making it easy on me, Dan. Ombre, I couldn't make it to Bogota for the concert, unfortunately. Maybe one day I'll be balling out of control. I can just pop down and hang out in VIP cabana and and do it up. But at this point, I'm not sure how. But again, other than really like, I don't have your SoundCloud, or I don't know where you put your music out, but I would totally be down to be a subscriber on your YouTube or your SoundCloud, or listen to some of it. So I think that would be great for me, is to kind of do a little bit more actual connecting with the people in this group and the projects they're doing. And so, like I said, Dan, I'm pretty covered. Doug is pretty covered, but I feel like, the Gumroad thing, but Corellia and Ombre, I'm really kind of slacking on. So I think for me, I'm gonna try to do those things. And don't feel bad. Hold me to it. Maybe next time, ask me what I thought of your thing or whatever. That would be good. I like being held accountable. But yeah. And then I guess we could go in the same order, or we could switch it up. Let's see who's on camera. Dan's on camera. Dan, hey Dan. Okay, there you
Dan's
go. We
on
are going
camera.
the same way.
You got me, Joe. Okay, cool. Well, good to hear from you, and excited to collaborate with all of you. Thanks, Gudasol and Corellia and Joe as well for the offerings of collaboration and the ideas for collaboration too. So I suppose I can respond to each one of these a bit, as well as just my kind of general answer. So, maybe I'll just go ahead first. And to Gudasol, I appreciate you expressing the interest in collaborating with Tetra. And yeah, I checked out Tetra a few times. I'm excited hearing about it when you hear updates. I still don't understand it entirely, but I'm very much looking forward to learning more. And yeah, I'm excited to explore opportunities for how we can collaborate there. So feel free to, I also appreciate too, you said how I'm doing, it's going well. So I appreciate the words of support, encouragement, and that you're also saving it up so that it'll be like, I guess, really ready when you're ready to share. But feel free to just toss ideas around at any point, and looking forward to collaborate. I'm a big fan of all your work in general, and what I've seen from Tetra seems really cool. So also checking out your gum roads now for Aquarius and Corellia, so that looks cool. I've never seen this one, Corellia, so that's exciting. I'm gonna look more into these, and I was seeing Google had some cool art that I was looking at too while Joe was speaking on the Gumroad too. So yeah, feel free to let me know for everyone, for Buddhist, for Tetra, but then in general, if there's any way you want to collaborate, feel free to reach out in general, and happy to hear it. And then Corellia, thanks for the ideas to get involved with the meditation. I'm interested in doing that. I've tried meditation here and there. I've never had a meditation teacher before, but I read some books and I've thought about it. I meditate a lot on my own, and it was a little bit difficult to hear your audio. I don't know if it's just because like the room you're in or the speaker. So I was trying to take some notes, but I didn't catch everything that you said. Yeah, maybe the thing there, but I think you mentioned it'd be helpful if I can give you like feedback and maybe help connect you with like some of the groups, or maybe just given some of the experience I have. Feel free to rephrase it if I misinterpreted that, but I'm happy to explore all those.
Yeah, I guess just share your a bit of your knowledge and get your feedback from the session I provide as well. Then I think your opinion and your experience, engaging in so many groups of people and different environments can be really helpful for me as well. And yeah, if you maybe think of a group that can resonate with my stuff, then yeah, I'll be open to that as well. But yeah, that was it.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you. And yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to try. I suppose we can follow up in the chat, like Gudasol said about like arranging it, or I see you also have like some of the things on the Gumroad. So I'm not sure what the best next step to take is, but if you want to send me a message, then I'd be happy and grateful to try out one of your sessions. I think that'd be really cool, and I'd be happy to provide feedback and help you out however I can with that. And then also, maybe I'm going to throw in there too about about connecting with people, because I know you've been trying to build like a business around it, from what I recall, and like trying to get more people or participate in your classes and help more people enjoy the benefits of meditation. So I'm also interested in if I can help you with that kind of thing in the future as well. So I was wondering if there is like a website. I remember I checked out your website a while ago and it looked really cool, but I don't know if that was the website that had meditation stuff, or if Gumroad is the best way to check it out, or if you want to just message me, or we can figure out.
Yeah, no, I'm using the Gumroad now, but I also have the other Aquadac sort of platform using for sessions. But yeah, the website I had before, I haven't had the time to update it because I don't have a computer right now. So it's been a little bit. I have done a few changes, but it was a lot of work. So I was just like, okay, just focus on actually using what you have now, and then when you have some time, just focus on redo the website. Because I think there's a lot of stuff that I put there back in the day that I'm not useful anymore. So yeah, but I'll send you definitely some links and for the stuff that I'm maybe my link tree where there are all the main links that I'm sort of directing people now. So yeah, I think it's much more functional for this situation.
Okay. Sounds great. Well, thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing your links and then trying the meditation out and provide feedback and helping however I can. So thanks very much, Corellia. And yeah, I see Gudasol also you can collect links too. So that's cool. That'd be helpful. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to your message. Thanks, Corellia. And then Space Ranger Show, thanks so much for participating in a lot of the meetings that I've been hosting. And so I appreciate that. And I want to collaborate with you more on your goal to do public goods. We're both really aligned there, as well as doing creative stuff. I've learned a lot from you with AI art stuff. So I hope to learn more from you with that, and then also collaborate to help you out with Upland Aliens or whatever else that you're interested in about, doing cool creative stuff and doing public good stuff. and then Umbre Solar. I mean, it's kind of like what I said before, but I would still love to collaborate and jam and play music together sometime with you, and also Kudasol too, because I know we talked about that a lot. But I know you're also taking some time off from music, and just happy to support you however I can, basically, and hope that we'll get the chance to collaborate and play music together sometime when you feel more energized. And then as general kind of note too, I'd like to collaborate with everyone here in, I suppose, the work that I'm doing. Like I'm trying to do the work that I'm doing just to help everybody, and as much as I can, find a way where the games and the shows and the events that I host can all provide value to people to achieve their own goals. So I'd be very happy to collaborate with everyone here. Like I was saying, and like Kudasol and Joe said, that they both found some value in the events I was hosting and the work that I'm doing. So yeah, I'm working to just help people more and help more people. For one thing, I host the events, the Eden Fractal and the Optimism Fractal on Wednesdays and Mondays. And if anybody's interested in joining those, they're a place where you can meet a bunch of great people who have lots of talents, lots of talented creators and builders and so forth. And we're also innovating with like these fun consensus games, and it's a great way to meet people. It's also a great way to promote your work too, because we're producing, publishing videos every week, and there's been lots of businesses that have emerged from that. I know a lot of people here are interested in building businesses, so I'd be very happy to facilitate that and help it, and welcome you all to join these events. And feel free to reach out if there's anything else I can do. And then one other thing I suppose like I can note too, based on the idea of building businesses and stuff, a lot of people talk about getting funding. There does seem to be a lot more funding in this ecosystem I'm working in now with the optimistics, the optimism in the Ethereum community than I'm previously aware of. So I'd be happy if anybody's interested in like just collaborating or finding some opportunities to like build communities, build businesses, and raise funding in these communities too. For example, like one thing that just came to mind that might be helpful to share. So I participate in the Retro PGF, which is like it's short for retroactive public goods funding, and there's like and they gave away like it's like $60 or $70 million right now because the price went up, and it's just like anybody can participate and then just try to help the community, and then if you help, then if you get the attention of some people and they reward you, then you get some portion of that. So that's going to come up again sometime soon. There's a lot of other opportunities, and then one thing that just came up is I think I mentioned it a few weeks ago, but they just launched a competition called We Love the Art or We Heart the Art, where they're giving away like $2 million to people who make any kind of art, whether it be like with AI visuals or music, or there's a couple different types of it. So I suppose I can share the links, and then in general, I'd just be happy to help people achieve their goals, build their businesses, build communities, and meet great people to work with and stuff. And happy to collaborate, and I'll share those links in the chat. Thanks. And I can pass it on to Umbre as well. There's just by the way, there's the link from Optimism itself, and then I wrote a little article about it where you can find like some podcasts about it at optimism.io.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I'm agree with what you all said. So the only thing that I think that I can contribute is like we can create like a document or platform or something like that where we can expose like our projects. Like, I mean, there's this chat with a lot of links, but I think that it will be better if we can, I don't know, have like something to like a document or somewhere to put our projects, our links, like a short explanation of the projects, and then trying to get like immersed in the projects of the others. I think that that's a really good way to connect. But yeah, like I'm agreeing with what Space Wrangler said and what Dan was saying. So I don't have like much ideas beyond like to create a place that contains like all our projects works or whatever that we want to share.
Awesome. So what I was thinking, and I just thought of this while somebody was talking, but I could make a link tree. It'll just be like linktree/Aquadac, and then we can have links to the person's link trees. So like a link tree of our link trees, because I think everybody should have like probably has a link tree or like one link that they want to share. And also it's beneficial to the group because people coming into Aquadac, they're going to be able to start to see you and start to understand like, who you are and what you do, so we're starting to build those connections, and it makes the new people be more integrated. What do you think?
Sorry. Yeah, I think that a link tree can work. Can work, but also I don't know. The problem, like in the next meetings, like trying to have like a brief time to explain the projects or whatever. Like to not to pitch the projects because we are not like selling the projects, but like trying to get closer to the heart of each project. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. Well, definitely open to ideas and open to continue that. So I'm going to transition this into the next section. I also want to say thank you all for being here. I know that it's going a little bit long, so feel free to, if you need to go, just let us know, and we'll say wish you a very happy goodbye. But so now's the chance for like the Aquadac discussion. So this closes the looking back at the last season, but now I'm sorry, I'm just going to contradict myself. But now we're looking forward to the new season and trying to figure out like, what was working and what wasn't, with the goal of what are we going to bring forward to season 4. So like Ombre was just saying, like this thing about like checking in with our projects, that is something I feel could have kept us more on track on this season. I think the Mastermind format was good and it was fun, but also at the same time, a lot of weeks, like, I know for myself, I just showed up at the meeting. I didn't really review my goals before or after. So I think that adding that, I'll start the discussion by saying that, I think that it is important to look back at our own goals, especially for us, so that we remember, a big part of why we show up is to make progress, and the social thing is the real benefit, but that framework needs to succeed as well. So those are my thoughts, and my solution would be to in some way make sure that we all are looking at our goals, and maybe that's like what Ombre Solar is saying, like if we want to synergize, and next season we can all pass Ombre our stuff and he makes us a little page or something like that, so that way we can review our goals real quick, not only and then also the other people's goals. So that's what I got. I'm going to keep this in discussion, so anybody can kind of share their thoughts, what they want to go forward. Also, accepting ideas for like next season's topic.
I think I agree with the having more consistency with the goals, and in a way, I guess, to remind us of our progress and keep some track on that. I don't know how to, but also I don't have any ideas right now for the next season. I think I'll have I will need some time to think about it a little longer, but I'm definitely looking forward to keep these meetings going up, and and keeping I think all the that's it. So
All right, Space Wrangler Joe, you have any thoughts? Dan, any thoughts?
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to unmute there.
Okay.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you with the goals thing. I fell off really hard on that as far as not focusing on it each week and not kind of tracking my progress. So not necessarily that any or all of us should implement it, but I know for me it probably would be helpful. You're right, and I may try to do it just to help me reach my goal. So yeah.
Awesome.
So thanks.
Yeah, I think another thing. So like we started to do like in last season the reflections of our lesson and what we like our win was for the week. I do think that was really useful, and it's something I think it would be nice to bring back. Also, I want to say, like Corellia is saying, I really feel like it is time to take a break and to rethink about, like, we don't need to decide on a topic or a format for next season right now, but I would like to have like a weekly goal, right? So like, we know what our goal related to our goal is. So we have our bigger goal, and then we have like these mini goals, because I feel like this season was great. Like I really feel like I got a lot from the meetings, but also I didn't apply those where I needed to. So and I feel like we all kind of had that same experience, with the exception of Ombre, who had awesome concerts and has very many manifestations of part of his goals, as well as Dan, who can is crushing it with optimism fractal, but the rest of us there's us strugglers on the struggle bus. Yeah, I think that would really help. So those are just some ideas. Yeah, open for more ideas, but I think we're getting kind of towards the end, and I know it's been almost 2 hours for some of us. So Dan.
I have a couple quick ideas that I can share. I know it's really like, but I was just inspired to maybe share one or two things real quick.
You're the game master.
Two
You share all
things
the ideas you want.
Yeah, just two things real quick. One is related to games, though. Maybe if I'm pushing the games too much, then feel free to say no games. But I'm really inspired by these game design things I'm reading about. So I liked how in the first couple seasons we did like the respect game kind of fractal process, but I also get why we didn't keep doing it too, and we changed it up. I like how we're experimenting, but I think if we could find some way to like, it's kind of like what you said about having goals, like having it where people feel like they like there's a win each week and like there's some sort of game aspect. I don't know exactly what it is, but something like that might be fun to explore. And then also, being that there's a lot of people here who know like blockchain stuff, I know at various times, so you thought about having some sort of components on the blockchain or something like that. And I think there's a lot of potential for blockchains to make it better for people to coordinate and make meetings more fun and stuff like that. And I've seen some of that with the meetings we've done. So those are just some ideas that there's no rush or anything like that. But I think if we could gamify it more and we could make it somehow more interesting or more valuable, or use the blockchain in some way to help it, I think those would be cool things to do in the future of Aquadac as well.
Love it, and I agree. I totally agree. And how does everybody else feel about like the bringing back the ranking type thing? Thoughts?
Well, just one quick idea is that I don't know if we need to rank like people's progress like we did, but I'm interested. Maybe we could figure, some way to include it in some way, but I don't know exactly how. But just to kind of broaden the scope, maybe there's some sort of other creative ways we can do it as well.
Cool.
Yeah, I think I like the idea of setting mini goals, for like having the big goals and then sort of and then sort of programming another mini goals, or for, I don't know, the next, not for the whole season, but perhaps for the 2 weeks ahead. And then in those weeks, maybe we can see how we are doing, and then we'll come up with a model then to sort of include this ranking thing, or see how we can actually use this as a support to actually do it, so we're not just we set the goal, but then we forget about it. I don't know. I think we can find a way. I think
Yeah, I totally agree, and I totally don't know exactly what it looks like, but yeah, let's keep our mental energy there, and stay in communication. And like Dan said, like it doesn't have to be the exact same thing that we did, but I also would like elements on blockchain. Speaking of that, there's a participation NFT that everyone here, as well as Rosemary, will be getting. And there's some exciting things that I'm working on with that. Some of the smart contracts I'm working on are like it's atomic asset staking of NFTs, and what I brought to that is a referral system which has a multiplier as well as a multiplier for how many NFTs that you have. So that would mean like the longer you're here, you get bigger multipliers of this token, which could be applied for voting and things like that. I haven't made any real moves. I'm actually applying it to the White Puma NFT collection first as sort of like a little test. But then once the smart contracts are working, I was testing them yesterday, they were not working. So once they are working, they will be here as well. So we will stay in contact about that. I'm certainly open to any ideas about how we can communicate those goals, how we can keep on track, as well as I think we can look to others, right? I really believe in starting a project and sort of doing it before you know how to do it. And then there becomes a phase in the maturity cycle of my projects where I like to do like a whole lot of research and figure out how other people are doing it after I've sort of came up with my own solution, instead of just seeing their solutions, because then I don't come up with my own solution. So I feel like with Aquadac, we've reached that point that maybe we can start to pull in some other ideas. And then there's also the time constraint, so it's like you gotta just pick the right ideas, but we do have the room to experiment. And I love being here with you all, and I look forward to experimenting and seeing what more magic comes out of a Zoom meeting.
Also, yesterday was Hombre Solar Verde, right?
Hey, party emojis. Woo!
Hey, thank you. Yeah, it was my birthday. Hey.
Happy birthday!
Woo.
Birthday, Amber.
Cake for you.
I'm waiting here in Colombia for the cake that you are going to send me.
She'll send you the recipe.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that.
Oh. I hope you had a wonderful day, man.
Yeah, it was really calm. I just spent like the time with my grandma. Just, relax. Nothing chaotic, just resting and having calm. But yeah, beautiful day. Thank you for remembering that.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording unless anyone else has anything else they want to share about ideas to the public. But yeah, we can go ahead and we'll throw up our signs, and then I'm going to stop the recording, and then we can still hang out and say goodbye and talk about all the dirty, all the ridiculous, all the embarrassing things that we don't want to have on the public video call.
So So one thing though, I got my coyote in there, but you never asked Dan and Ombre what their animals were.
Good call. Yeah, thank you so much. So one thing that we talked about before Dan and Ombre got there is synergizing on the art for this participation NFT. So one of the ideas, my first idea was just have people send me a picture. Then Corellia had the idea about like making it more meaningful. So I thought, oh well, why don't we have our spirit animal, or like as well as a message or something like that. So this chat, I actually am not going to lose the chat because I'm cloud recording, so I'm going to be able to download the chat. So before we go, definitely share what your spirit animal is. Mine is a deer / white puma. It's probably a deer if we're being honest, but so yeah, please share in the chat sometime before you go. And also, if you have like a symbol or a logo, Optimistics Fractal logo or anything like that, I'm happy to include that in the image in a synergistic fashion.
Okay. Okay.
I love
Hey, what was I thought you said there was a white puma. You said now deer? I don't.
deer /
Deer
white.
/ white. That's what
White puma is my
the
wannabe spirit animal. Just kidding.
Okay.
So yeah, Corellia, you're the only one who hasn't. Oh yeah, no eagle. Yeah, we got you. And then Space Wrangler, Zig Coyote.
And I'm gonna also share my link tree because I haven't before, and there it is. So that it's saved.
Cool. And yeah, do share your link trees, and I'm going to take these and make a link tree / Aquadac. So then anytime anybody can find us and we don't forget the link and it's not buried in Notion, which it is now. I'm always like, yeah, I want to get everybody's links, and then I put them on Notion or forget about them and then nobody finds it. So I think a link tree, people can actually find it.
Okay, I like it.
All
okay, right. I have to leave because I've been here for a while and I need I need to talk to these guys about what to do because I think that
Okay, all right. Well, thank you all so much for an absolutely wonderful season. It's such a blessing. I love you, and I'm grateful every day I see your face. I'm grateful to know that every Tuesday I have this meeting, and it's such a blessing. And I know that it's just the beginning, and we're still growing and moving and expanding. And I look forward to doing that with all of you. So thank you so much, and I hope to see you next season.
Thank you, everyone. Much love. Hell yeah.
Thanks so.
Bye. Have a good time.
Peace.
Bye bye. Have a wonderful night. Bye bye.